2023. Please stand for the pledge. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Attorney Dockery.
Here.
Mr. Deaver. Here.
Here.
This time I'll do an introduction. We have our Director of the Senior Center, Jim Henshaw, our Park Supervisor, Todd Schaefer, our Fire Chief, Andy Frost III. Our Police Chief is absent. We have Lieutenant Tom Collins standing in for him. Our Zoning Department, Darren Crivelli. Our Township Administrator / Road Superintendent, Mark D'Appolito. All the way to my left, we have our Fiscal Officer, Lori Wolf. To my right, we have Trustee Mike Dockery. To my left, we have Trustee Robert Santos, and I am Trustee Monica Devers. I need a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting on September 25th, 2023.
So moved. Second.
Mrs. Devers?
Yes.
Mr. Santos?
Yes.
Attorney Dockery?
Yes.
At this time, we will take note from Mark D'Appolito, our administrator.
All right, on the administration side, I have received a letter from Dominion Energy letting us know that they are considering upping their tariffs. So we know that our aggregation program, which is the gas side of things, will remain the same, but their tariffs, their delivery tariffs may increase. They're going through regulatory approval for that right now. Then over on the road side, we are under construction on Country Green. They've begun removing the base material and we're starting to fill in new base material today. So we expect that would be completed relatively soon. It is a little bit behind schedule. We've also added a little bit of, we're considering adding to change orders in the future here, some additional curbing to address some issues we found in the field with the budget permits. And then the only other thing I have is if I could have a motion pursuant to Ohio Revised Code 505.10, find that the below listed item of property are not needed for public use or are obsolete or are unfit for use, which it was acquired for, and the fair market value is in excess of $2,500. In all honesty, we're hoping we get more than $2,500 for this, but this is the sewer truck, the camera truck that we acquired from the county a number of years ago. In short, we brought it in the garage and had it cleaned up, and they've had it powered up with the intentions of seeing whether it could be traded in or repaired or whatnot. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get it operable, so they cleaned it, took pictures of it, and put it up for auction using the same system that the fire department used to sell their last truck.
Can we get a motion to approve the sewer?
So moved. Second.
Mr. Santos?
Yes.
Attorney Dockery?
Yes.
Mrs. Devers?
Yes. Mark, is that all you have for us today?
That's it.
Trustees, you have anything for Mark?
Glad to see that thing go, to be honest. It's everything away.
Okay. At this time, we'll hear from Lieutenant Collins.
For trustees, just two quick notes. With the change of the fall season upon us, the nice summer weather has disappeared, and now we have to prepare ourselves for the fall driving weather. So now that these are starting to fall, we were just going to ask all residents, those who reside in Austintown, those who are traveling in the community, to obviously drive slower. Pay attention to the road conditions. Do not drive so fast that when you try to stop, you're not going to be able to because of the leaves and the wetness on the roadway. Second thing is October 3rd, Ohio Revised Code came into effect that makes texting while driving a primary offense. So there was a 6-month sabbatical in regards to giving warnings to those infractions. Since October 3rd, that is a primary offense. So now all law enforcement agencies in the state of Ohio can stop an individual operating on a public roadway or a property open to the public or texting while driving, or operating a handheld device in your hand while entering keys into the device. So you can't have it to your ear while you're driving, you just cannot manipulate it. And under certain sections of the law, you cannot even hold it. You have to have it held, placed somewhere, and then manipulate it that way. So just to remind, we all see it. We're not naive to it. You sit in the, driving down the roadway, you look over and there's somebody texting away. You're asking someone why, but so our officers are aware of the law, so please be aware.
Sure. So it helps protect all of us then.
I hope so.
Anybody have anything for Lieutenant Collins? At this time, fire department, Andy?
So just asking for a motion to approve the full-time contract. It's 3-year contracts. They're actually passed up, been working on it for quite a while. Most of it was just working on just language, just cleaning things up. If at all contracts, there's always something that just needs better addressed so that everybody knows what's going on. The wages and benefit package stay consistent with what the other departments have gotten. And I don't know if you have any other changes.
I don't have anything on the union contract there, but I did need to mention something during my report that's going to pertain to the fire levy. It has gone around that residents on the TIP program are seeing, crazy increases on their monthly payments due to the new property tax assessments. Those are intended to be good faith estimates of what you're expected to pay next year. However, the bills that went out do not reflect fully what you will be paying. They simply took the increase in property value and applied the percentage to the tip payment that you were paying previously. That will be adjusted after the state values come out in December. So I can't promise it will go back to what you were paying exactly, but it will go down from what has been collected, and the excess will be either calculated in the future tip, future months, or refunded. I don't know how that would go, but I'm quite certain that those tip books that went out have more of an increase in them than they should have, or will be the final increase, if that makes sense.
So I need a motion to approve the new full-time firefighter collective bargaining agreement between Austintown Township and the International Association of Firefighters, Local 3356.
So moved. Second.
Attorney Dockery?
Yes.
Mrs. Devers?
Yes.
Mr. Sanchez?
Yes.
Chief Frost, do you have anything else to say tonight? At this time, we'll have our zoning, Darren Pavelli.
I'd ask the board to approve the nuisance resolution on Ohio Revised Code 5.87 of the following properties, the following nuisance 4502 and 4509 Berkeley Road, 871 North Campbell Mountain Road, Pine Ridge, 293 North Hill, jump, 3905 Elmwood Avenue, jump, 270 Idlewood, Pine Ridge, 245 South Main Street, fence and deed repair. We're replacing or raising 355 Rosemont Avenue, shed that needs repair, replacement, raised. 6685 Silver Road, high grass and animal waste. And lot number 1, Winthrop Drive, high grass.
So moved. Second.
Mrs. Devers?
Yes.
Mr. Sanchez?
Yes.
Attorney Dockery?
Yes.
And then I ask the board to approve the nuisance resolution finding qualified vehicles meet all the following criteria: 3 model years or older, apparently inoperable and extensively damaged, and not limited to any of the following: missing wheels, tire, engine, or transmission. The current model year will publish this on Ohio Code 5.871 and for the removal of junk vehicles within 14 days after emergency notice is served to the property owner, and going back to 3905 Elmwood Avenue. And inoperable GMC with a star license plate GPG 5945 park exposed manner within the grass west of the driveway. This property, which you just declared a nuisance for junk, is right at the corner of Second and Forest Hill and Elmwood.
So moved.
Mrs. Severs?
Yes.
Mr. Sanchez?
Yes.
Attorney Doctor?
Yes.
And just an FYI, the road department's working on the September 25th nuisance list. And this one doesn't have many, but at some point, they're gonna put the equipment away. Like this list, we have to give notice, but it's gonna be weather dependent, whether we can cut the grass. All the other stuff we're gonna deal with.
Anything else?
That's it.
Our Park Department, Todd?
Just wanted to inform the board, we started on the sidewalk project today from the parking lot of Podium Pavilion up to the pavilion. We should have that completed by the end of the week. We started digging today. I'd imagine tomorrow we'll be able to put in the gravel base, and then the road department will be out to put the cement sidewalk in. So all the work's being done in-house. Like I said, we should be done by the end of the week. I'd like to thank Brenda Ryder and Sheila Roll Dickinson for the first annual pink out of the park last week. It was a very nice event, and I'm looking forward to it again next year, making it even bigger and better. And speaking of the pink ribbons, the park department put up 60 pink ribbon yard signs throughout the park in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So if you come out to the park, you'll see a lot of ribbons around. That's all I have.
And our senior center?
We've got a couple things. First off, I'd like to thank Pam Swatter. He's not here this evening, so I guess he won't hear this, but we just graduated our 7th safe shooter class from the senior center, and he's instrumental in making that happen for us. And we will resume shooting classes again probably in the spring, because we do a lot of shooting outside at the wall of the senior center. So we want to use it that way once outside with the airsoft gun. And in November, we haven't got an exact date yet, but we'll be having a mini health fair at the senior center. And what's interesting is, I said many, and suddenly we found out we have 17 vendors coming. So it's going to be a little more than that, but we're looking forward to that.
Do you know when is that? Do you know the date on that?
I don't know the date. That's the only thing I haven't got yet. We're trying to get that all coordinated. We probably will know it the next week or so. It'll be on our website. Everything else. That's about it.
All the seniors are happy.
Yeah.
Lori Whip, our fiscal officer?
I need to add to the agenda, I have some repayment advances that I had done. Those were, we had previously advanced the money to the fund, so I needed to repay it. And I didn't get up to Teresa in time, but there's a handful here. And then I also have 2 transfers I need to have approved. $135,000 from the general fund to park fund, and that was built into the budget. So that's just the amount that we had predicted we were going to send to the park department. And then $35,000 from general to zoning. Again, that was money that we had budgeted in anticipation that that's what they would need.
How much to the general for park?
135, and then 35 to zoning.
So I need a motion for $135,000 from the general to the park and $35,000 general to zone.
So moved.
Second.
Attorney Dockery?
Yes.
Mrs. Severs?
Yes.
Mr. Sanchez?
Yes.
Thank you.
Is that be all, Lori?
That's all I have.
I need a motion to accept September report submitted to the board for review, A through I.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Sanchez?
Yes.
Attorney Dockery?
Yes.
Mrs. Severs?
Yes. At this time, we can offer public response, and that would be on camera. So anybody that would like to come and speak to us on camera at this time?
Let's do that.
Good evening, everybody. On behalf of the Austintown Fire Levy Committee, I'd like to inform you now that we have yard signs available for distribution. So if anybody here is interested in getting a yard sign to show your support, please don't hesitate to reach out to any of us or Chief Frost. We'll be happy to get you one after the meeting. We really appreciate your support. I'd also like to encourage any of you on Facebook to follow our accounts. It's the Austintown Fire Levy account. We've been sharing statistical information that underscores why this levy is essential and crucial for our emergency services' continued high-quality operation. Soon we'll have some information on flyers to present and some speaking opportunities for you to hear more information from Chief and others. I want to take a moment to consider some of these stats, though. In 2012, the Austintown Fire Department responded to 2,281 calls, with over 1,200 related to emergency medical services. So I want to fast forward 10 years from that, and those numbers have dramatically increased. They received just under 5,000 calls in 2022, with nearly 3,500 of them being EMS related. Now you might be wondering why a fire truck is always sent alongside an ambulance medical calls. We were doing some research, found that was one of the most frequently asked questions. The answer is simple but vital. An ambulance cannot always be guaranteed. As Chief's told me numerous times, Lane is a valuable resource to the fire department. But there are times when they can't get there. They're at the hospital, or they're on the other side of town, and they're not reliable. They're reliable, but they're not able to get there in a timely manner. And our fire trucks, however, are equipped with the same life-saving equipment and staff with highly trained personnel that are able to get there in a short period of time. Not to always use our family restaurant as an example, but to illustrate this point, a recent incident happened at Charlie's a couple weeks ago. A customer had collapsed, and within just 5 minutes, a fire truck was on scene providing immediate medical aid. An ambulance arrived, but it was 8 minutes later, or 13 minutes after that initial call was sent out. That 13 minutes could have been life-changing. So those precious minutes can make the difference in an emergency situation. So tonight, as a citizen, I have no relation with the fire department. I've never been a firefighter, or I just have some family that is, but I'm not one. I urge you to vote yes to support our Austintown Fire Department and to ensure the continuation of high level of service for our town. Thank you for your support.
Anyone else would like to come out on camera, come up on camera? Good. Go ahead, sir.
John Russo, 4314 Pembroke Road. I just had, is there any way that we could meet the upcoming trustees that are running for office? Is there, you guys orchestrate that, or is it?
We're not allowed to do
We're
that.
not allowed to engage in the political process at all as the township. So we don't sponsor the forum out of the township. I would anticipate that one of the community organizations will, or perhaps one of the organizations affiliated with our senior center, be able to do something like that, but as the township, we're not allowed to.
You're not allowed to. Well, if there's any way that it could be done, then I'm sure all the residents would like to know who's running for his job. His temporary job. Yes.
We would agree.
We totally agree.
Well, I don't even know, I don't know them, so it'd be nice to know who's running, what they stand for.
I agree with you.
And what's going on at the top of my street?
Dingle is doing about, around $250,000, $300,000 remodel of the outdoor area. Is going to have restrooms, all new floor plan. There's going to be a cabana bar with a roof. The owner, he presented his plans that he wants to make it a destination between Cleveland and Pittsburgh, that people would come to this area for that. So substantial investment in it. He's put a ton of money into that facility. And, you look at Raccoon Road, look at all the investment over the last 5 to 10 years with El Cowboy, Sam's Wedge Inn, Dunkin' Donuts, the Shell station, McDonald's really did a nice job of their rehab. So that's kind of been keeping with what's going on Raccoon Road. There's basically mom and pops, a few chains, but there's been a lot of investment there. And hopefully he will be successful. He's hoping to get it up next spring.
What are they doing on the, is the township up there cleaning the side street there? that property?
There is a lot up there, this board declared a nuisance at the last meeting, and I don't know. I'm not sure where we are in the cleanup, but yeah, if we haven't been there or if we're still there, we're going.
We're still there.
Yeah.
Working on it.
So that's what they're doing, is just cleaning it up with that?
Yeah, it's owned by somebody in Campfield, sent a letter and we never got any response, and, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else on camera? Off camera? Okay, at this time, I'll have trustee Godfrey speak.
You know, I think I'm going to be quiet this meeting. I've got some complaints the last two meetings, I had too much to say. I said what I had to say, I've had to say, so
Oh, my goodness.
you guys can have my time.
Oh, listen. Okay, trustee Santos.
Thank you. Obviously, I want to reiterate what Todd said about the pink out. It was outstanding. I think it was a great event. I'm sorry I missed it. I was playing taxi for my two kids that had two different sports going on at two different locations. One was Bird, one in Austintown. So I spent about 3 hours of my day during that time playing shuttle. But it definitely did a great job. Appreciate Monica going. It definitely is outstanding. It definitely helps out a lot of individuals that suffer from breast cancer, and definitely hopefully one day we'll get a cure for that. For those who don't know, to piggyback kind of somewhat what Matt was talking about, but early voting starts Wednesday. So get out there and vote. I know some people like to vote on the polls, that's fine. For those who don't know, early voting actually starts Wednesday at the Board of Education. Well, I don't know why I always say that. Board of Education, Board of Elections. If I'm talking about the schools, I'll say Board of Elections. If I'm talking about elections, I say Board of Education. So the Board of Elections. So get out there, vote, whether your stances are on any levies or candidates running. Get out there and vote. It's a constitutional right. Go out there, and that's the only best way your voice can be heard. A trunk or treat, just to reiterate that, is Sunday, October 29th. It starts at 3:30. Obviously, it's at our park here in Austintown. Very beautiful. The more the merrier. We have quite a few individuals that will want to come out and offer a safe environment for our kids to go out there and trick or treat. I think we see it far too few in between. I know when we moved in 2017, there was countless kids trick or treating. Now it's like you'd be lucky to see one or two kids, and most individuals don't do it. So it's kind of hard if you live in a neighborhood where only one person hands out candy. I think this is a great safe environment for individuals. Come out, bring your kids, bring your trunk, bring some candy. You know, it's a fun time. I'll dress up. Monica will dress up. I don't know if like today we'll dress up or not. We'll try to do our very best to make it definitely a more exciting event than last year. So with that, I will stop. I have sign-up sheets if you guys want some.
Of course, we went last year was a nice event, so hopefully we can keep that way. I just want to make a shout out again to our baseball girls. Austintown Community Baseball 8U girls participated in Mill Creek Breast Care Awareness Tournament this weekend. The girls placed hard and won first championship. All proceeds raised went to the Yellow Brick Place Center and the Hope Fund. What an awesome cause. They care for breast cancer, and everything went for the girls winning the championship. Great. Our girls baseball rock. And then we will be having a holiday market in November again, but the farmers market has come to an end this year. I want to thank Stacy Wills for all of her hard work, her time, and all her effort. We'll have the holiday market in November still, though. And he has mentioned the trunk or treat in the park, and that starts at 3:30 on October 29th, and it is a Sunday. Along with breast care awareness in October, if anyone doesn't know, it's National Domestic Violence Awareness Month and National Bully Prevention Month. So if you see something, say something. I'm just here to thank everybody for being here, and we're all here because we love Austintown. Thank you so much. Need a motion to recess to executive session for the following A and B.
Attorney Godfrey?
Yes.
Mrs. Beaver?
Yes.
Mr. Davis?
Yes.